Ever wondered when is the best time to buy airline tickets? Well, you're not alone. Thousands of travelers are right now scratching their heads trying to crack the code to the cheapest airfare. But fret not, we're here to unravel the mystery. Welcome to a journey that takes you through the maze of airline ticket pricing. In this video, we'll be diving deep into the best times of the year to book your flights and how timing your purchase just right can lead to significant savings. Whether you're a seasoned globetrotter or a first-time flyer, understanding the rhythm of airline pricing can make all the difference between an overpriced ticket and a steal. We'll be looking at specific dates, airlines, and key destinations where booking within certain windows can lead to the best savings. So buckle up and get ready for some insider knowledge that could save you serious cash on your next flight. Stay tuned if you want to save some serious cash on your next flight. Timing is everything when it comes to buying airline tickets. It's a principle as old as air travel itself, yet it's often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of planning a trip. Why is timing crucial? Well, it all boils down to supply and demand, a basic economic concept that governs the pricing of airline tickets. Airlines have a finite number of seats to sell, and a set timeline to sell them. As the departure date nears, if there are still plenty of seats available, airlines may lower prices to incentivize bookings. Conversely, if the flight is nearly full, prices could skyrocket due to high demand and limited supply. Seasonality is another key factor. Airfare can fluctuate dramatically depending on the time of year. For instance, ticket prices tend to peak during popular travel times like summer vacations or holiday seasons when demand is high. On the flip side, you may find better deals during off-peak seasons when fewer people are traveling. The day of the week can also impact ticket prices. It's often cheaper to fly on a Tuesday or Wednesday than on a Friday or Sunday, which are popular travel days. Similarly, the time of day you choose to fly can affect the cost. Red-eye or early morning flights are typically less expensive than midday or evening flights. Now let's talk about when to actually buy your ticket. Contrary to popular belief, there's no magical day of the week to book your flight. However, industry data suggests that buying your ticket approximately 1 to 3 months in advance for domestic travel and 2 to 8 months ahead for international travel can yield the best deals. Remember though, every flight and airline is different. Prices can vary based on a host of factors, some of which are beyond our control. That's why it's essential to stay flexible and keep an eye on trends. So, now you know why timing is crucial, but when is the best time to buy? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this in the next scene where we'll explore the best times to buy airline tickets. Let's delve into the specifics of when you should be buying your airline tickets. The first question that usually arises is, when exactly is the best time to buy airline tickets? Well, according to a study conducted by Expedia and the Airlines Reporting Corporation, the prime booking window for airline tickets is about 3 weeks to 3.5 months in advance for most domestic flights. But there's more to it than just that. The day of the week can also make a difference. Skyscanner's data suggests that the cheapest day to book your flight is typically a Sunday, while the most expensive day to book is usually a Friday. So, if you're planning a trip, you might want to consider setting a reminder for yourself to book your tickets on a Sunday. Now what about the time of the day? Does it make a difference? According to Fair Compare, tickets tend to be cheaper if you book them in the afternoon rather than the morning. Why? It's all about supply and demand. Airlines often launch sales late in the day on Monday. By Tuesday afternoon, other airlines are scrambling to match those deals. So the best time to snag those deals is usually Tuesday afternoon. Now you may be thinking, what about specific dates? Well, Cheap Air crunched some numbers and found that the cheapest flights are often found 70 days before departure. Of course, this is an average, and the exact number can vary depending on the season and destination. But remember, these are just general trends. Prices can fluctuate based on a variety of factors including weather, demand, and even global events. So while these tips can certainly help guide your ticket buying strategy, they aren't guarantees. Also, keep in mind that while it's important to get a good deal, the lowest price isn't always the best value. Sometimes, paying a little extra can get you a better flight time, a more convenient airport, or a better overall experience. These are the best times to buy, but what about the best times to fly? Now that you know when to buy, let's talk about when to fly. The price of airfare doesn't just depend on when you purchase your ticket, but also when you're planning to be airborne. It's all about supply and demand, folks. Airlines often adjust their prices according to the time of year, week, and even the time of day. Let's start with the time of year. As you might guess, flying during off-peak seasons can save you a pretty penny. These off-peak times often align with the school calendar, so think outside the summer and holiday periods. January, February, and the first half of March are typically considered off-peak periods, as are the months of late April and May, and late August through early December. Next, let's talk about days of the week. Some days are cheaper to fly than others. Midweek flights, especially on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, are often less expensive than weekend flights. Why, you ask? Business travelers typically fly at the beginning or end of the week, and leisure travelers usually fly on the weekends. That leaves Tuesday and Wednesday in a sweet spot of lower demand. Lastly, let's consider the time of day. Flights that depart super early in the morning or late at night are generally cheaper than those during the day. These times, known as red-eye flights, are less popular due to their inconvenient timing. But if you're willing to sacrifice a little sleep, you could end up saving a lot of cash. Remember, these guidelines aren't set in stone. Prices can vary based on a multitude of factors, including the specific route, airline, and how far in advance you book. But by keeping these tips in mind, you can increase your chances of snagging a great deal. So now you know when to fly, but what about where to fly? Let's talk destinations. Where should you fly to get the most bang for your buck? When it comes to savings, certain destinations always seem to come out on top. For starters, Southeast Asia, particularly countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia, are known for their low-cost airfares. Carriers such as AirAsia and Vietjet often have great deals, especially if you're flying from within the region. Next up is Eastern Europe. Destinations like Poland, Romania, and Bulgaria often have cheaper fares compared to their Western counterparts. Airlines such as Wizz Air and Ryanair frequently offer discounted flights to these countries. Central America is another region that offers significant savings. If you're located in the United States, airlines such as Southwest and Spirit often have affordable flights to destinations like Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. In Africa, Morocco, Egypt, and South Africa are key destinations for affordable air travel, with airlines like Air Arabia and Egypt Air offering competitive prices. However, remember, these are general guidelines. The price of a flight can depend on many factors, including the time of year, the day of the week, the airline, and how far in advance you book. Now let's not forget about the off-peak season. Traveling during a destination's off-peak season can lead to substantial savings. For instance, visiting Europe in the winter or the Caribbean during the hurricane season can result in lower fares. However, be aware of the trade-offs. The weather might not be ideal, and some attractions may be closed. Also, consider secondary airports. Major cities often have more than one airport, and flying into a less popular one can sometimes save you money. For instance, instead of flying into London Heathrow, consider London Gatwick or London Stansted. In conclusion, finding the best savings involves a mix of picking the right destination, the right airline, the right time of year, and the right airport. It might take a bit of research, but the savings can be substantial. So, now you have all the information you need to save on your next flight. So, there you have it. The best times to buy and fly to save on airline tickets. We've journeyed through the calendar year, pinpointing the optimal booking windows and flight times. We've explored the airlines that offer the best deals and the destinations where your money can stretch the furthest. Let's remember the importance of timing in this process. It's not just about finding a good deal, but also about ensuring that your travel plans align with the best possible prices. The potential savings can be significant. Imagine what you could do with the extra cash. Perhaps an upgrade to business class, a luxurious hotel stay, or even an extra trip. So, keep these tips in mind and get ready to become a master of travel budgeting. Remember, timing is everything, so plan ahead and save. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel tips and tricks.